Don't wanna spend my whole life looking back now. I'm happy cause I'm finally free. I got a new life and I'm not going back now. Those chains are no longer binding me. I'm finally free. I'm free. I'm free.
Hey, Joshua. Hey, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Perry, man, what's going on? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, cousin. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's storming really bad over here. I don't know how the weather is at your house, but like it's been really bad for about an hour or two. So when I first heard it, I said, Mark, it's raining. I gotta get up. It was storming so bad. And so it was hailing. We could hear it hitting against the window. And so I thought, well, let me just lay here a little while longer, and I did. And it was like lulling me right on back into a deep sleep. And I thought, okay, I better get up or I'll be late. But I wanted to say good morning and happy Tuesday to you. The day has started. Yeah, it's raining and it's cloudy. It's stormy outside, but we still have work to do. It doesn't give us a pass to just kind of chill on today. So no passes today just because of the rain. We got to keep it moving. And so as the storm was moving, I started thinking about how we have this when we hear storms, it has like a negative connotation to it. When you see the news and you see that a storm is coming, if I have time, I'll go to the store. I'll make sure I have everything I need in the house. I have candles on standby. I can buy my lighter so I can light the candles. It's like I make preparations because they've told me that a storm is coming. This morning I couldn't prepare. I was asleep and the storm it was like I woke up and the storm was here. And I started thinking about how we have all these storms in our lives and how, sometimes we're able to prepare for some. Sometimes we're not able to prepare. We just have to roll with it. And I thought, well, everybody always thinks about, something bad happening when it's a storm. But what about sometimes we have storms and when the storms are gone, they've kind of cleared the way for something new, or they've cleared the way for a different opportunity, if you will. And I thought about that because good morning, Eddie, we always think about it in a negative way. And yeah, nobody really signs up to say, yeah, I want to be in that storm right there. Nobody does. But as storms come, it's like you just have to roll with it. This morning, I didn't have time to prepare. We were asleep. I just woke up and it was lightning, it was hailing, and the rain had already started. I couldn't run to the store and get creamer. I couldn't go to the store and, pick up salad and things that I needed for today because the storm was already here. But how about this? It's clear now. So it looks like the commute is going to be decent. And that's how we have to look at life. It's like we do go through all these storms, but a storm isn't always there to tear up stuff and, have people relocate and knocking down trees. It's not always like that. Sometimes you have a storm, but it's clearing the way for something greater. And that's how I started thinking about it this morning. I said, if only we could just change our perspective and the way we see things, our lives would be better. And thinking about that, I said, they're talking about, this volcano is going to erupt, and this volcano has already erupted. It's killed 69 people, and you hear all this stuff, and it's like, yeah, okay, that's tragic. But who the hell living near a volcano on purpose? Like, I'm not. I understand that some people have been there for a long, long time. I'm just not signing up for that one. We all have choices. And as these storms in our lives come and they move through, sometimes they move through with such powerful force that you feel like, I can't endure this. It's too much. It's too much. And you tell yourself that. You're like, oh, no, this is too much for me. People can say, oh, you know, we're going to have it's going to rain. I like listening to Channel 8, not 5, not 4, not anything else. I just want to hear Chris Sadeghi and Demetria Avalor, Greg Fields, and Cleo Green. I only want to hear those people in the morning. So when I listen to them, I'm taking them at that word because they're meteorologists. They know what they're doing. I don't. I'm not a meteorologist, but I know how to look up in the sky and go, it's cloudy. It looks like it might rain. So we have all these warning signs. We have all these signs, you know, that are given to us so that we can prepare. But when it's time for the weather, good morning, Shataria Brown. When it's in shade, when it's weather outside, we prepare for that. But what about the storms that we have in our lives? Sometimes we can't prepare. But sometimes we get the signs, the warning signs come, and we ignore them too. So it's like all these things come into play. So as I was asleep this morning, it was like I was relaxing, even though there was a storm outside. The rain was lulling me to sleep. And I kept saying, that seems oxymoronic. I mean, it's a storm outside, but here I am resting peacefully and sleeping well. It's the same thing in our lives. There are some people who are going through, you know, crazy storms in their lives right now, but it's like they rest safely because they know who they are and whose they are. They know who they belong to. They know their source of strength. So they're able to make it through those storms and smile in the face of adversity. They get up every morning, they do their posting. They get up every morning, they go to work. They get up every day with a positive attitude because they already know, you know what? I can't control the storm, but I know who controls the storm. I can't do it, but I know who can. And so when you take life and you go to the fight, that's what we talked about yesterday, and you go to the fight and you understand that, see, storms don't always come to destroy and tear up stuff. Sometimes they're clearing the path and clearing the way for something that you know is coming. And sometimes you can't even stop it, but they're clearing the path for things that are greater. And that's how we have to look at it. So I don't know what you have to do today or what, you know, is on your schedule, but all I know is that if we change our perspective and the way we see things, then things will change. I'm not a motivational speaker. I haven't gone to school to be a motivational speaker. I don't call myself that. I don't say any of that. I'm an encourager. However, I do know that if you wake up every day with an attitude of gratitude and you wake up, you know, with the spirit of gratefulness, that your outlook is different. It is. We've all gone through storms. Some storms may seem a little more, you know, intense than others. They tell me that when it's a hurricane, they have different categories of winds. You know, so when it's mild and the wind is kind of blowing, yeah, you'll see people out there with the plywood and they're, you know, closing up their windows, and, you know, other people are running to the store to get water and get all these things they know they're going to need during a hurricane. Then you have all these, I'm trying to think of, what do they call it? F6, F7. It's like they have these major categories where the winds are so freaking high, you can't even walk outside. So it's like you have all, good morning, Tandra, you have all of these moving pieces, if you will, that come into play when there's a storm. But what are you doing to prepare? You know, we talk about job security, and I mentioned something about this yesterday. We talk about job security, and those of us who truly understand that there is no damn job security, we figure something else out. You know, you don't just have your one career, Robert. You do something else. Josh, you do something else. You figure something else out to do. Shay, you're a multimillionaire in the making. So you figure out, what else can I be doing to help me? Because there is no such thing as job security. Storms are going to come. Storms come in the form of bills. They come in the form of an ignorant spouse. Either way, husband or wife, you pick. They come in the form of children that are disobedient. These storms come. And as they come, you got to figure out, okay, how do I deal with this? And it's all in how you look at it. And so I hope that, you know, you take a few minutes today to just kind of reflect on, you know, just the storms that you've had and how you dealt with it. And was it always devastating? Because I know sometimes we can experience some things that do seem really, really bad, but it's like, man, had it not been for that, I wouldn't be here. You know, it's like people say, oh, if I could go back and be 30, hell, I would never want to go back and be 30. Not me. Now let me go back at 20 and know then what I know now. I could do that. But no, I wouldn't just want to go back and do that all over again. Because you live and you learn. And that's why it's so important to work on yourself. You know, I read something yesterday that said, one of my friends, she is so funny, and she doesn't even know she's this funny. She posted something that said, people want to be famous on Facebook so bad. They're putting all their business out there. I'm just sick of the foolery. And I started laughing because I thought, you know what, they are. I'm grateful because I love to use Facebook for business purposes and, you know, for words of encouragement. All that extra stuff, y'all can have that. But here again, we all have choices. We have, excuse me, we have choices that we can make. Number one, we can choose to handle, you know, the storms differently and to see them differently. They're gonna come. Nobody's exempt. You know, it doesn't matter what you've done in life and how you've prepared. You're never exempt from storms. You're not. There's no pass. There's no, you know, roll of dice and you get to go past go. And life isn't like that. It's not. It's not. It's not like that. You're going to have some long nights. You're going to have some lonely nights. You're going to have some rough days, some long days. People going to say, no, it's going to be crazy. Morning, cuz. How you doing? Joshua says the only way to appreciate a rainbow is to weather the storm. And they are so beautiful when the storm was over. One day we saw one that was so beautiful. We headed to Walmart, and it was like the rainbow just covered the whole sky. I was like, okay, God, I get it. Thank you. Stopped, pulled over. But when we stopped to pull over to watch it, everybody else started pulling over too. It's just something about it. And it's a reminder of his covenant with us. It is. It's a reminder. Carolyn says, I be so busy because I'm Baby Joe and you're one of what I can do. But when I can't do, baby, you be stepping on a hollow. Ah, hey, I'm so glad that you could hop on. I'm glad you could hop on. Robert says, instead of being terrified of the storm and what could go wrong in your life, try concentrating on what can go right. Don't let the storm destroy your possibility. Now, that's true, too, because who was that? It was Les Brown. He was saying, you know, a lot of times, you know, people are afraid to really live their true life and live their truth because they don't know what to do next, and they're fearful, and they keep saying, well, what if this happens, and what if this happens, and what if this happens, and what if this happens, instead of thinking, but what can I do right, or what would happen if it really went well for me, like what would we do? And it's a matter of programming your mind. That's why it's important to work on yourself. That's why it's important to work on yourself. You can say and do a whole lot of stuff, but if you're not working on yourself so that you're better, I mean, what's the purpose in doing all the rest? And sometimes that means pulling back. It means pulling back. What would you do if you were, you know, banned from social media and your phone for 24, 48, 72 hours? What would you do at the time? What would you do at the time? I try and make it so that no matter where I go, I always have something to do, that I always have work to do. If I'm sitting anywhere, I'm not sitting there idly. I'm sitting there because I'm waiting, but I have something that I need to be doing, because there's room for improvement in everybody. I see people improving their beards, and the beard game is up. You know what? God did something when he created the black man. I get that. And the beards are beautiful. But do we need to invest all our damn time in having a good beard and an empty ass pocket and an empty brain? Like, I'm just asking, because some of us place all this stock in, you know, how we look, and our brains are empty. We haven't grown from January 2018, and here it is June, and we haven't made any progress. But you look good though. I'm just asking, you know, is that what we're doing? We have it wrong. You know, we place all this emphasis in the wrong area, and all of our energy and time into the wrong area. We're so concerned about looking the part to people that probably don't even give a care. They don't. They don't. So that's why it's important to just kind of scale back and look at what you're doing. Read the children. What you mean read the children, Joshua? Hey, Susan, good morning. Good morning. But I just wanted to bring that to your attention, because I think that a lot of times we do, we get a little rattled, if you will, when we have storms in our lives. But if we take a moment to say, you know what, I'm not going to look at it like it's something bad. I'm going to try and find the good in it, because sometimes the storms are washing away, you know, all this stuff, all this negativity, washing away all this, you know, this nastiness in our attitudes. Because I know my attitude can be real bad, and it can be real bad, you know, especially when I feel like people are trying to be crazy. Yesterday, I went and showed a house, and had my clients with me, of course, and went to show this house. And so the curb appeal was really, really nice. And so I noticed a CLA Mercedes, and then there was a C300, and they were newer vehicles. So you could tell, that they had really nice taste in their cars. And so as I was driving up, this tall woman walks out, long black flowing hair. And she says, "Oh, is blah, 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 the other agent, going to be meeting you here?" I said, "No, my clients are accompanying me." And then she proceeded to ask, "Well, are you going to lock up when you're done?" Started saying, "No, baby, I'm going to leave it open and just put a cardboard sign out there and get me a Sharpie out of the trunk of my car and put it's going to be open all night." Do I look like I would leave your property open all night? I didn't go there. I just said, "You know what? She's missing a piece." And we went on in. I'm learning how to not say every little thing that comes to mind, because as we weather the storms, it's easy to do so. It is. We have ignorant family members that'll make you turn in a heartbeat and just be like, "Oh," and you'll be blasting them. And then you got to go back and apologize, because that's the Christian thing to do. It's like, you know what? I don't even want to do all that. Hey, good morning, sis T.E. Good morning. Tiba, Anita, good morning, good morning, good morning. So Joshua says there are always situations worse than houses in the world. That's where humility and gratitude come in. And this is true, Joshua. That's why I say, it's important that you have a close-knit circle of people who don't mind checking you, and people who don't mind helping keep you on the right path, if you will, because no man is an island. No man is an island. So when you are looking at who these people are, that are in your circle, you have to kind of gauge, do they really need to be there? Is this their proper place? Just like the puzzle I was talking about yesterday, we got people in the wrong places sometimes, and we want them to fit. They look like they fit, but they don't, and it's okay. And the other thing that I learned is, with people, just because you have the same blood doesn't mean you family. I mean, I have some people that I really would like to just kind of oust, but I mean, I can't. So I just pick and choose who I want to be related to. Yeah, I said it. I do. I pick and choose who I want to be related to, and it's okay. Other people's insufficiencies don't belong to you. They really don't, and they can have that. They really don't. They don't. Oh my God, because I need to work on my mouth. I had a bad speaking. I do. I need to work on my mouth too. I do. I know I say some harsh things and it comes out harsh, but I also believe in being truthful and honest with people, and that there is a way to do it. There is a way to do it. Discerning spirit is a total life user will. Yeah, I'm thankful for a discerning spirit, because we need that on the journey. We need that because a lot of times we have people in the wrong place because, number one, we don't have a discerning spirit, or we see all the signs that they shouldn't be there, but we ignore those signs because we want to make them more than what they are. Oh no, I like this person because she can give to me. She can do this for me. She can do this, and I want her right here. Well, no, but she belongs way over there. It's hard to do that for some people. I'm getting older now, so it's becoming easier and easier for me. It truly is. Dana says, "Me too." Robert says, "Me too." Sometimes you have to treat people like they are dead while they are living. For real. You have to just be like, "You know what? Oh, he died. Girl, hi, so-and-so, so-and-so. Oh, he died. Oh, I just saw him yesterday. Girl, he dead." You have to figure it out. You have to figure out what works for you. So for those of you that are just hopping on, we're talking about storms. And I was saying, as the storm was coming through this morning, I was like, oh my God, it's storming out. But I was able to sleep, and there was peace within. And so we've got to learn how to get to a place to where we have peace within when all hell is breaking loose around us. And everybody doesn't have the skills to do that. So that's where your help comes from. You got to know where to go and get that help, because it's coming. It's coming. And nobody's exempt from it. So just because you have a title in front of your name, or just because you have initials in front of your name or initials behind your name, it doesn't mean that you're exempt from storms. It doesn't mean you're exempt from problems. We just have to know where to go for help. But this is where truly working on yourself and having a strong sense of self is important. People say, "Oh, girl, I'm going to go buy this book. I'm going to read this book. And I got all these books, girl. And, have you seen my personal library?" Yeah, I've seen your personal library, but you ain't doing nothing with it. It's called shelf help. They're sitting on the shelf. You need to just find one. Just get one book. Read that and apply that. And then you don't have to read the whole book. Speed read it. Speed read it. Find the things. Pick out the nuggets. Pick out the things that are good and go with it. But we would much rather go catch the outlets over in San Marcos. I wish I would be walking around all them freaking stores all day. I'm not able to do that. I need a personal assistant and a driver. I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to. Let me order it and you ship it to the house. But everybody's different. Everybody's different. So that's the thing that I love. It's like you have a choice of who you want to be. People use this as an excuse. You know what? I really can't do what I want to do because, I grew up in a country town. I grew up, and I didn't have a mom and I didn't have a dad and my grandparents didn't have much. Shut up and suck it up. Like, really, who cares? Nobody really cares. Like, what are you going to do now? Who can you become now? You can become anything you want. A damn dog is going to always be a dog. A cat is going to always be a cat. A cat can't say one day I want to become a dog. No, it doesn't work that way. But with humans, we can do it. We can say, I don't like the person that I am right now, so I'm going to work on myself so that I can be that person. Or that's the real me over there. Will the real me please stand up? That's the question we need to ask. Good morning, Arroyo. Hey, buenos dias, Arroyo. Kenji, buenos dias. And so when we say that, hey, can the real me stand up? When the real you stands up, well, you know who that is. We have all these excuses. We have all these excuses as to why we can't do this, why we can't do that. You need a life coach. That's what those people are for. I don't have patience for it. That's why I'm not an LPC, a licensed professional counselor. I don't want to hear grown folk going, oh, he's just so horrible to me, and I just don't know if this is gonna work. Well, it ain't worked for 29 years. You're still coming to counseling? That's not for me, y'all. Not that LPC stuff. That's why you need coaches, because you have an opportunity to be whatever it is you want to be. Animals don't have that. And that's what's so amazing about God. It's like, what? He created us, and he said, I'm going to give you all the tools you need. I'm going to give you everything you need. Here it is right here. And then here's the book of 66. So this is your guide. I got all these examples in here, but all you have to do is pick it up and read it. We don't want to do that. We'll sure get online and read about all the concerts coming to town. We'll do that. There's a guy right there. So it's like we have the power to become whoever we want. But we have all these excuses and reasons as to why we don't. Joshua says yesterday is gone. What are you going to do today to make better? Exactly. Tanya saying, when is the next Spanish class? Kenji. When is our next Spanish class? Tanya. Kenji is the other Spanish teacher. And so she and I are working on starting the summer class. I said the 12th. And so you can hit me up or hit her up for more information. But that's who the teachers are. It's Kenji and myself. Joshua says 2 choices, evolution or stagnation, for real. And you get to pick one. You pick one. You can't be both. Can't be both. That's what I tell my kids all the time. You're not, when they were, just showing out in class, you're not going to be bad and slow. You're going to pick one. Pick one. Let's not be both. Let's not be both. And so as you journey throughout today, on this Tuesday, figure out what it is you need to do to make it through the storm. I mean, are you going to just look at it like, oh my God, it was just so bad. I just barely made it through and I'm just barely making it. People don't even want to be around you with your complaining self. They don't. Nobody cares about your health. Nobody is going, oh my God, how's your blood pressure? No, when you're out there complaining and you're saying, my head hurts and my blood pressure is high. I can't work because I have diabetes and da-da-da-da-da-da. The only people that really care about that is your doctor because he wants your copay and the mortician because he wants your body. That's the truth. I'll say it forever. Those are the only 2 people that really are interested in your health. Everybody else is just like, oh my God, here she is again. That's what they say. So I wish you well on your journey today. It's time to get up and get the day started. The storm is over. Look like it's clearing out. It's time to get out, go get that and come back with that. And after action review. Yeah, that's what Coach D always says, an after action review. And that's what we have to do. I have a running list right here that I keep with me of things that I need to be working on. And I keep this in my planner. It's outside the planner. So yeah, it's misplaced, but it's about to be put in the right place. And it's things that I need to be doing so that there's never a moment of idleness, so that I'm maximizing every minute of the day, maximizing every minute of the day. And I don't know what you do to help yourself stay on track and maximize every minute of the day. But one thing that I do know is that you're going to have to focus. I put this up here. It says, the F is fight for yours, whatever that may be. O is for overcome obstacles. The C is for concentrate. U is understand challenges. And S is for sift the shit. Yes, sift the shit. You got to sift through it. You got to sift through, because all of it is not bad, but you got to sift it. And so I put that acronym focus up there to keep me grounded, so that when people come and they're going, oh, hey, girl, don't you want to just go kick it this weekend? Boy, I can't kick it with you. I got too much work to do. I was checking Chase, and it said I got to go to work extra. Have you ever checked your bank account and it said, boo, you playing? You ever checked your bank account and it said, girl, you can take the rest of the year off? Oh, okay. Well, those are the kind of conversations that I have with myself. And so when my bank account tells me you playing too much, I have to focus. And remember that my comfort zone is my broke zone. So I have these notes up here to kind of help me stay on track. You have to know how to find the joy in your pain, smile and stand up to it all. You do. And one thing I've learned too is you have to face your fears, or you'll be running forever. You know, it's like people are just who they are. People say they want opportunities, but they don't always take the opportunities. People say they want better until it's time to do what it takes to be better and have more. That's what they say. Hey, Coach Dave, good morning. That's what they say. You know, I want to do more. I want to have more, but it's called work. It's called work. T.E. Anderson, long time ago, like, oh my gosh, like a long time ago. I remember right after we met, I was at her house, and she was working in her garden. I went to her house. She was working in the garden. It was in the summer. And I was like, man, that's a huge garden. But she was just tilling the little ground and just working the garden. And then she was picking some of the fruits and the vegetables from the garden. Came in. We had a huge salad from the garden. And her calendar was open. And I noticed that she had only worked 2 days that month. Like, you have about 30 or 31 days depending on the month, and she had only worked 2. So I'm thinking, okay, she's educated, I'm educated, what people call educated, we got a degree, right? So I'm thinking, okay, she worked 2 days this month. Like, what did she do the other 28? Because where I come from, people work all day, every day. Work 2 days out of the month. So she's a consultant. How you do that? Mind just racing, right? So after some conversations and after this friendship developed, I learned how to make some moves, as the young people say. Best thing that could ever happen to me. We have people who we spend time with, we break bread with, but you're breaking bread, but you're not, doing anything useful. And I'm trying not to use, defensive or offensive vocabulary right there. I think I did pretty good. It was close though. But we're breaking bread and spending time with people, and we're not moving anywhere. We're breaking bread and spending time with people who can't help you move forward. We're breaking bread and spending time with people who can't even give you advice on how to move through a storm. But we keep those people and hold them near and dear because it's comfortable. My advice to you is this. I'll check your circle and check the folk that you're spending time with. If those are people who are unable to assist you during a storm, why the hell do you keep them? If these are people who can't say, that was wrong, that was crazy, right? If you don't have people in your circle who show up at your job because they haven't talked to you in a while, check your circle. Or you get a phone call and a message that says, you know what, I called you a couple of times and you didn't answer. Okay, I'm just going to show up next time. That's what you need, because no man is an island. We all have so much to do. I'm on social media when I can. I see what people are doing. Some people doing that same old 2 steps. June 2018. Half the year is gone. But we're still in the same situation. I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying, take a look. Only you know whether you've grown or not. But check the people who you with. Eagles are eagles all day. I said it yesterday. They don't ever say, you know what, I'm just so tired of soaring high. I'm so tired of this. Let me go down and just be a pigeon for a while. Eagles don't say no bull like that. I missed all these. And the grasshopper. I missed all these comments. She was harvesting. Y'all think I don't work? No, Coach D, you don't work. The journey is a blessing. Yes, ma'am. You don't work either, and neither does T.E. Anderson. So, Coach D, you and T.E., I'm going to talk about both of y'all. Now, y'all don't work. This people that's going on job at back. They may be on your path to learn love. They may be on your path to learn, love them and show them, but know when to let them go, go, go. Yes, and that's the truth. Hey, Keisha, good morning. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? It's been a while. It's been a while. But I wish you well on the journey. Hey, good morning, Kim. Good morning. I wish you well on the journey today. And I do want you to take a really close look at who those people are. Keisha, what is the name of your book? Type in the name of your book, your networking book. And again, we were just talking about how it's important to check your circle and make sure that you have people in there that can hold you accountable. Hello, Carl. People who can hold you accountable, because sometimes you need this other person over here to kind of help keep you on track. But make sure that it's advice that's coming from wise counsel, is what I like to say. Seeking wise counsel. But favor is everything. Yeah. That's what that is. Created to network. How can they get that? I met Keisha at an event and didn't know she's this amazing published author, and we sat next to each other and we just chit-chatted and talked. And I learned so much from her just in that short amount of time. It was gifted with her book, but it's amazing. So can you put up your info, Keisha, so that they can get your book, Created to Network? How can they order a copy of it? But when I say we were all created for greatness, I mean that with every ounce of my being. I do. I mean with every ounce of my being. And I know our paths, they cross, and they cross for a reason, and people on different journeys to different destinations. But the one thing people have in common is being on the journey to greatness. Yeah, some people might work 2 days out of a month to get there. Some people might not work at all, and they just hang out on the beach and they, still get to the journey. Others are doing what it takes, and they're going to work every day. It's okay. We're just all in this together, and we're all on the journey to greatness. But all I know is that you've got to have the right tribe, and you've got to have, that real good, wise counsel when you get to the point to where you don't know how to make it through the storm. That's why it's help available. It can't be taboo anymore in our community for us not to call on help. I can't go see a counselor. She's gonna think I'm crazy. Well, you are. Like, go get help. Let's help for that. Let's help for that. Just go get it. Robert says, I don't hands and auto minds. Oh, hands and auto minds are devils workshop, and so our people. So are auto people that are in our circle. I get it. Yeah, we can ill afford to be idle. We truly can. It is such a waste of time, and that's what we think we have an abundance of, and we don't. But anyway, I am so glad you took the time to join me today. I don't take it lightly. Just so excited. Share the video with somebody if you can. If you haven't joined my YouTube channel, please go join Your Realtor Cree. Also, the Chronicles of Cree on YouTube, so that I can get my numbers up over there. I don't ask a lot. I should, but I ask for everything else. So yeah, go join if you haven't. And check out Created to Network, Keisha's book. Are you working today for real, Coach D? Like on real work? Or are you going to a little swanky coffee shop? Joshua says it takes millions of pounds of pressure to go from cold to a diamond. It sure does. But boo, when they come out, they like, woof. Idle hands and idle minds of the devil's workshop. So are idle people. It takes strength to ask for help. It does. And I used to be one of those people who couldn't. And so now I can. And it does feel better. So it's okay to ask for help. But I wish you well on your journey today. I want to see everybody at the top. I just wish that people had a different way of looking at life. I'm learning how it does start at the coffee shop. Well, here it is right here. It starts just right here. I'm telling you, it does. It starts here. I just wish people had, like, I have an amazing support system. I do. I don't take it for granted. I'm so grateful for my support system. And again, faith ain't always fair. It's not, you know, and I know some people are out there and they're going, oh, and she this and oh, and she that. But it's okay. Let them do what they do. Let them do what they do. Work so hard until your damn haters call you and ask you if you're hiring. Yes, do that. Thank you, Keisha, so much. Thank you so much. Joshua, check out this book. Coach D, check out this book. Y'all, this is Keisha's book. And all I can say is that it's amazing. I've been able to meet some amazing people. Summer's coming. I don't have to go to the other place anymore. And I'm just going to make the time count. I'm going to be hitting that pavement hard, and I hope that you are too. Just take it up a notch. Go to the fight. That's what we talked about yesterday. Go to the fight. Grab life by the horns and make it happen for yourself. There is power in your mouth. Use it. Ask for what you want and need, and that is the truth. You just have to ask for what you want. One of my favorite scriptures is Matthew 6:33, and it says, but seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. It's Matthew 6:33. One of my favorite scriptures, and that's the truth. We are coming to Florida, so it's on the calendar. We just need the chit chat, but I have it on the calendar to come. But I want to just have everybody that's on the live this morning, I think, are business owners in some shape, form, or fashion. But to just keep everybody lifted up, because here again, you know, we pray sometimes, and I don't think we're praying for anybody else's business but our own. But I'm kind of looking here, and it looks like everybody on here is a business owner. Yeah, looks like it. And so let's keep each other lifted up and just encouraging words. And when people do videos, you know, share the information. Keisha, I did not share your video, but I will. But just lift each other up, because your gifts make room for you, and there's room for everybody. It's room for everybody. It is tough out here in these streets, for real. That's the truth. But I wish you well on your journey today. And remember, I see everybody at the top because the bottom is too crowded. That's where 97% of the people are. They're steeped in mediocrity. They are. They're okay with things just being all right. And they okay with you being with them. And when you try and do something different, now you're going to be bougie and they don't like you no more. And you think you're all that and it don't take all that. Well, you know what? It doesn't for them, because they're damn all right with just being mediocre. No, thank you. No, thanks. Let me take the high road. It's lonely at the top sometimes, but that's okay. Somebody said circle got smaller and the vision got larger. I didn't say that, but I like it. Anyway, I wish you well on this Tuesday. Get out and make a difference in the life of somebody else. H2O Part 2 is started. I need $4 from everybody on here. Coach D, I have yours. I need $4. Robert, I have yours. From everybody on this live, because we're doing H2O Part 2. I will be doing this whole month campaign so that I can go and deliver water to Sand Branch, Texas. I don't understand all the details as to why this community doesn't have, you know, access to water like we do. But I just know that there's a need that needs to be met. And so you can PayPal it to me. I don't do the Facebook little card. I need Michael Zuckerberg to pull it together a little tighter for me. But I am asking for everybody to give me $4. $4 will buy 1 case of water at Sam's. And so I want to be able to distribute that. We are going to be back feeding the homeless. And so we're back in full effect. Keisha, I would inbox you the link on how to get it to me. But I'm asking everybody, $4 is not a lot, y'all. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. And we take it for granted that we can just go in and grab a bottle of Fiji water and keep it moving. Everybody doesn't have that luxury. Smart water. It ain't even great value water that we're drinking. And we had a nerve, you know, drink half of it and pour the rest of it out. And there's people who just wish they had running water. And so if you could help me with that, that would be great. Physically, you might not be able to come. It's okay. Just give a donation and help if you can. So I'll inbox you, Keisha, the information on how to get it to me. But everybody have a fantastic Tuesday, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.